back live.
Oh, son of a bitch.
God dang.
All right, Chris, you ready to go? I'm about to fucking turn my shirt inside out. Make it look like I got in a fight. That goddamn Chris came over here during the break.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
No, you should do that. That'd be fine.
Just like go put my glasses on, have them all tilted.
So we all.
I don't know.
Hey.
Is Ari back up yet or not?
Yeah, not yet.
TikTok is back up.
Okay.
So mentally, we all need to keep that in our minds. We need to avoid anything. We don't even need to say the word SEX.
Hey, come on, SMU. Get rid of them. We'll have to fuck with them anymore. I'm changing my pick.
Oh,
Pony Express.
Deez, I asked right before
thank you, Deez.
the live got cut off over there on Twitch. Who did they play, Deez?
Oh, Deez, we don't know what it was. I appealed it when all this was going on. Yeah, we got kicked. We got banned.
We got banned. They played Memphis tonight, Jordan.
We got banned and we appealed it. We appealed it and we won. So I don't know. I don't know what happened, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's safe to say what we got banned for without getting banned for it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
kind of gun shy. Kind of gun shy.
Basically, the best way to explain it is somebody took the clothes off or something or another, and
it said we did.
I mean, I will do that, but that's on the Patreon, man. Y'all got to buy that stuff's not free.
Hey, what about was it the glizzy comment? What was that about? We were talking about? That's a hot dog, right?
You said something about
it. Hot dog, but we've talked about that before. We've talked about that before on here.
I mean, we even talked about the meaning of a glizzy as a hot dog.
Well, I think what had happened was they knew Chris was about to get his ass whooped, so they just shut it down.
Oh my God! They said that's what it was.
Some comments.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's not that. My golf buddy says that all the time. Yeah. I would say so. D's too. I don't know what the hell we said, but either way, we're back. We apologize.
Let's let the numbers get up again. Now we got to get 10,000 fucking likes again.
Well,
back to the taparoo.
Tap it in. Taparoo.
Taparooski.
You don't like your home?
Go to your fucking home, ball. Oh, they better not cuss. Hold on.
No, fuck that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm promoting everything but this one now.
Yeah, so hey, everybody that is here, guys, we just do want to throw this out and we want to be honest. We do stream on the Purple and we do stream on the Red. So you can go find us. You can go find us other places. TikTok is very sensitive and we get a little passionate sometimes and we say things not meaning anything negative by it. We're just shooting the shit. We're all friends. And sometimes we just get, I guess, carried away. I don't know we don't even know what happened, to be honest with you. So, but if that ever happens again, we'll be quick. Thank you for following, John. We will be quick to re-engage on the Purple and the Red. Yeah, Carson, we were talking about that. TikTok uses AI. TikTok uses AI to detect everything. So there is no like reporting. Like Tony could call someone a clown, and this has literally happened. This has literally happened.
You get banned again.
If we could say fuck, surely we could say clown. I don't know. I don't know.
Or goofy, calm down.
Yeah, but basically they use AI and.
Let me when you say it, Jeff.
Yeah, well, that's the one we were just talking about.
Oh,
Steven. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't hear you. I was looking at this UNLV score. Hell.
But anyway, so yeah,
13 UNLV.
We apologize for everyone.
Hey, Chris,
we apologize for the
mishap.
Yeah.
What did you think about the Yellowstone finale?
I haven't watched it yet.
I thought Yellowstone, the whole second half of that season was trash.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. Now Kevin Costner saying he might come back. He might come back.
He can't come back.
He surely can't.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Order alert.
Yeah, shit. Way to go.
Well, what Dee said, obviously,
I
I was bullying Chris. That's why we got banned.
What?
He says the AI is set up for anti-bullying and saying anything that resembles it.
They saw me about to rise up on you.
But D's, that's not what we got banned
Damn.
for. That is not what we got banned for.
No, I sent you a text, D's, of what it said.
What we got banned for was very unique and specific, and I don't think anyone did that. So anyway, we're back. Hell, we don't care. Thoughts on Georgia at Tennessee 2025 beginning of the year? I think it
belt to ass. Belt.
That's right.
To ass.
Them
Absolutely
eyes
right,
gonna be
Will.
as red as them helmets.
Absolutely right.
Jordan, hold on. Jordan, you can't say that. You can't say
Oh, I
that.
can't. It ain't 2025 yet. I can say whatever I want.
You could say it, but I mean that's wishful thinking right there. That's wishful thinking. God damn, I can see Jordan in some Go West fucking long hair and some. Oh my gosh! All right,
Take your hat off, boy. That's $1 bill.
They're making another spinoff with Rip and Beth. They've already confirmed
D
that.
said, "Hey, time out, Chris. When are we going to get this rowdy crew together?"
So we talked about this. I'll let me, Chris. I know you.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off tonight. Get
Okay,
the
that's
kids in the
fine.
bed.
That's fine, man.
I may watch some live, but I'll catch y'all later.
So just so you know, we
right, buddy.
talked about it, and we're probably
Yeah,
going. They'll start being shorter. They won't be as long, Jordan.
Yeah.
With the off
And that's
season.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
We'll have it. We'll have
I
it.
don't know if I'll see you Saturday or not. I may jump on a halftime for a few minutes.
I
if you're
can't.
out.
I can't. I
Okay,
literally,
okay, well,
I literally
that's
have
fine,
family Christmas, so I will not even. So me and
That's
Riddle,
fine. I've got one earlier that day. So
we're gonna touch.
I know what
We're
you
gonna
mean.
all get together Sunday for about 30 minutes. If everybody's available after you get off work or whatever, or whoever gets off work, 30 minutes.
yeah, Jeff and Tony.
We're gonna take a week off for Christmas and everything, and then we'll probably get back that Saturday, kind of review and start talking about next stages of the playoffs, bowl games, things like that. All right, yeah, see you, man. Get out of
That
here.
sounds good, man. See
Yeah.
y'all.
But D's, we talked about this. We were hoping, and it's crazy. We were kind of hoping that maybe, like, if the spring games were different weeks, we could make like a little road trip and go to the spring games, mainly because they're free, and we could just go and like get around town, go to Knoxville. Me and Chris have been to Knoxville. Hell, we've been there.
Let's go to
Bama games.
Athens, man.
We'll
Some
go
great
to Athens
college
too.
town.
We'll go to Athens too. I don't give a shit. I said,
G-Day.
but the problem is, Riddle, it's got to be all different days.
Yeah,
Or-
I mean,
or we just rotate
with,
we rotate every season. I don't know.
unless Jordan comes to our crew, there's no possible, or unless he took vacation.
Well, I mean,
To
that's
get
the
us all
thing.
off at one
You may
time.
have to take vacation. You know, it depends on where
Jordan's
we
got-
went. Oh,
No,
he's got
actually, I
more.
think we all got the same now.
Everyone get together and come to the greatest. Carson, me and Chris have been to. We've watched Alabama play in Tennessee many times. I promise you.
Probably smoked a lot of cigars in Knoxville.
Oh, we've smoked some cigars and we've seen our ass. We've got our ass kicked in Knoxville too. I mean, we've seen that too.
Oh, we lost that game by a handful, like
points. Yeah, 3 points.
3 points. That's not an ass kicking. When you beat Alabama by 40 points, you can call that ass whooping. Until then, that's not an ass whooping.
Jordan hopped off. Let me fix this. Hold on. Let me fix the screen, guys. I'm sorry. We're still hung up on the freaking getting banned. Adam said, "What a year for the Tide." I know what an impressive specimen of a fucking football team.
Y'all spoiled ass bitches.
I know, dude. But Carson, I don't know. We might do something. So we might try to go to one or the other. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
Yes, it was, but that was for different reasons. That's just because Alabama didn't do anything in that game.
That was an ass. That was an ass whooping. That was an ass whooping. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. The Tennessee game this year was not an ass whooping. That was not an ass whooping. That was a very close, hard-fought game.
Yeah, what these guys have alluded to though is Milroe. How many interceptions did he throw that game? 4?
Nah, I don't know. I give
3 or
up.
4.
He sucked ass.
That was bad.
I would even go to say Vanderbilt was ass whooping, even though the score didn't reflect it. They dominated the whole fucking game.
These just wanted to see what Chris would say about that.
Yeah. So in all honesty, nobody's going to be. Hold on, nobody's going to be as hard on the Alabama as we are. I promise you. No one, no other fan base will be as hard on Alabama as I am. I guarantee it. I mean, I've called Milroe a bum all fucking year. And you say whatever you want. He can get drafted number 1 in the draft, and I'll sit there and look at somebody. I'll look at a GM in the face and say, "You're a fucking liar."
Oh, did you hear about Ewers and the talk that he's thinking about staying in college, but there was rumors that Texas told him that if he did, next year it was Arch's team, and he was more than welcome to take his talents elsewhere, and that there was a team up north that has already offered him a huge NIL package to come play for them next year.
That's got to be Ohio State.
It just said a Big Ten team.
It's Ohio State. It's Ohio State. I'm just going to tell you this right now. They wish he never left. Ohio State wish they never left because he would be playing for them. And I'm just going to say this. He's better than Will Howard. He is better than Will Howard. He's better than Will Howard. He would have, whatever we want to say, he would have probably helped them beat Michigan. I guarantee you that. But it is what it is. What do you guys think of Keelan Russell Snapchat story? I haven't seen it, Graves. You have to, what is it? Hey, did y'all hear about 24-3? Caleb, that's real original. You got me. Good job.
I heard about 2nd and 26 a few years ago.
Yeah. OSU, Riley, what's up? We kind of talked on this earlier, but we touch on it again for you. So 3 of us, there was 5 on earlier. 3 of us picked Tennessee.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Jordan, who's not here, I'll say what he said. He said there's going to be belt to ass for Ohio State, and Tennessee is going to beat the shit out of them, basically.
Yeah, Caleb, Boomer Sooner, you are allowed to talk shit to us. We did not play well, and I'll be 100% honest with you, Caleb. I've never been easy on Milroe because he can't fucking read a defense and he can't throw. I mean, he can throw a deep ball, but he can't throw an intermediate pass. He sucks as a QB. I don't know what else to say. But that game where we talked about the interceptions, I told Chris, and I will never live this down, and he will forever be one of the worst Alabama quarterbacks. Like he's down there in the depths of Spencer Pennington. I don't give a shit how many records he sets. So this guy looked at an Oklahoma defender. I mean, looked at him. Squared him up and threw it right to him. So shitty that the Oklahoma defender about dropped the ball because he was like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" And that was one of the pick sixes. The OU defender was so shocked.
Tony, I'll let you fill this one. Carson just said, "I'm a huge Tennessee fan, but our defense is not that good. If we win, it'll be by 3."
I thought Tony said if they win, it'd be by 50.
I never said that.
He didn't say 50.
No, he said the ass whooping though, right?
That doesn't mean 50.
No,
I mean it could be by 2 touchdowns.
You can just out physical somebody. That's ass.
Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. Tony has said Tim Banks has sucked for fucking years. He has said it. Now this guy's the hottest name is outside of Schumann.
Yeah, outside of Schumann, give him a job.
Tony, I mean, I'm just telling you, Tennessee does not go to the playoffs. Tennessee does not go to the playoffs if they don't have his defense. I'm just telling you, they don't. The defense bailed y'all out this year.
He has done better this year, but still at times is sus, but done a lot better.
But you got to admit, he bailed you out this year. The offense was sketchy.
Defense bailed out the offense plenty
all those 0-point first halves. I mean, really, you can jump into. Defense played great this year. Tim Banks is a top assistant right now.
Tennessee is 5th in the nation in points per game allowed. They're 8th, 8th in rushing yards allowed.
And so D's put up a good point.
Total defense, they're 4th. So I mean,
pretty
fucking solid.
D says Tennessee plays a ton of man.
Yeah.
Ohio State has a top receiver room in the country. That's 100% true.
But quarterback's got to get it to him.
That's Howard. Does he have the time?
Michigan was without their top 2 DBs, which were NFL talent DBs. They didn't have them in that game, and they still shut down Howard in that receiver room. So
but 100%. So Graves said Ohio State secondary is also the most flagged secondary in the. We've alluded to that on this show, and I will tell you, yes, 100%. They better.
I will agree with Carson on that. Tennessee can't have another 0-point first half.
No, they got to put some points up.
Yeah. Lanning and Muschamp as co-DC made Schumann look better than he is. You say that, but his defense still played well this year.
And so I talked about this earlier the year with Schumann.
He's still a top.
Schumann was groomed for years under the greatest head coach in college football history and one of the best defensive minds in college football history.
Yep.
And was Kirby's first hire when he came over, not as a defensive coordinator, but on that defense as a coach.
Yeah.
That was his first hire. So he has been around. He has seen it. He's very smart. And I think he's been a part of, what did I say, 8 or 9 national championship teams between Alabama and Georgia. Yeah. So, I mean, the guy's been around for a while, and he's been around some great minds.
So we say whatever we want about him, but Kirby recognized his value. Saban recognized his value. This is not news to anybody. Schumann's fantastic. And I'm just saying Tim Banks had a very good year. Can he do it back to back? We'll see. But yeah, I do think his name will be in some coaching hires. I do think that's going to come up, Tony.
Hog Nation said, can't win in Woo Pig Suey, and you're going to go into Columbus? Yeah, not seeing it.
Oh my God, we're still on this shit.
But Jack Lawson said Ohio State can play with everyone but Michigan as an Ohio State.
We got to go all the way back to
mindset.
fucking what week was that? What week was this?
5 or 6, I can't remember. Same week as the Vanderbilt. So,
so what week was that?
It's 5 or 6.
That was like 2 weeks after Bama beat Georgia, right? Oh, the week after.
No, it was
the week after. So that's
week after.
It was fifth week, I think. Yeah.
So we gotta go back all the way there.
What did he post? What did he post, Grace?
It was one of those games where it was one of those games that
I'll get to that.
Tennessee played Arkansas 9 out of 10 times. They win them all, and Arkansas got that one.
Harbaugh the third base comment.
I want to comment on Big Hunt's comment because he said Schumann's so good, yet UMass runs for 260 yards. We have talked about that all year, that Georgia plays up and down to whoever they're playing.
Yeah, he shut down Texas. He shut down Texas twice. I mean,
they came out in that UMass team, and I said it from the get-go, and I said it on here, that they looked like they were going through the motions. They didn't want to be there. They wanted to be anywhere but there on that particular Saturday. And I said it was a bad look, and then Georgia Tech came out and ran all over them. And I mean, I said that worried me. I said that worried me going into the SEC championship game, and then what'd they do? They shut Texas down, shut them down completely.
Yeah. Stop underestimating Georgia, because I said that a few weeks ago too.
Yeah, so
stop it.
D said Banks developed the talent and now can run his defense because he has the horses. Okay, that's good.
Absolutely, Big Hunt. Absolutely.
Let's see here. How many assistant coaches will leave Alabama? Goddamn, I hope it's a couple. If we're being honest, I believe they play down the town. I want to see. People are typing fast. I sent it again. I don't see it. Maybe links aren't. Send it.
Who was
direct,
it? Let's see.
It was Graves. Directly message me. Directly message the Lock Loaded and Goated, and I'll see if I can pull it up and we'll go over it. I didn't see what he said, and I'm curious now.
An hour ago,
it was about
Ohio State secondary. Yeah.
Does Beck stay?
That's
God damn. Beck is not staying.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he did, though, with the way that this year went for him. But if he does, I would really be interested to see if he stays at Georgia or goes somewhere else.
He's going to be just like the Texas situation.
You're right. But with the way Kirby is with his guys are his guys, and he's always been that way. That's why Fields went to Ohio State. That's why Eason went to Washington.
Yeah.
You know, that's why Stetson Bennett stayed a backup on 2 of the better teams that Georgia had for JT Daniels. You know, so I don't think he will, but I'm interested to see if he does, if it's at Georgia or if he tries to go somewhere else.
Here it is. He said, y'all about to love this one, referring to the portal about an hour ago. Alabama Twitter pages are resharing it. Graves, who do you think he's talking about? The only person that what I would consider a huge splash is Concepcion, just because he is considered one of the top receivers. And then there's a receiver from Miami that, you know, unless it's Restrepo, you know, it's not really it's not a home run. I'm just saying, let's call it what it is, you know.
I mean, Restrepo's good, but those receivers looked a lot better this year because of the quarterback they had.
Well, yeah, but as well as I do, Riddle, a good quarterback makes a receiver just like a receiver makes a good quarterback. I mean, you got to have both.
Right.
I'm not saying these guys are going to be all world talents in the NFL, but at the same time, like, oh my God, there is no way.
Isaiah Horton.
No. Oh no! Oh, dude, in the All Madden, I'm watching the MCS championship game. The dude from
some big was happening.
The dude's from Tullahoma, Tennessee. He's right down the road. It's going to overtime, and he about let a interception be returned for it. It's going to overtime though. I was like, it was a Hail Mary. So I was like, oh no. I was rooting for the guy from Tullahoma. Fixed screen. Oh,
what's his name?
Okay. Velus, Velus. He is the 8th seed, and I mean, he even has 931 as his like. Anyway, sorry guys. Let's see here. Zachariah Branch, where he going? I don't know. Branch could be crazy. Yeah. I mean, Isaiah Horton.
Absolutely, Big Hunt. That was 2 huge pieces. I mean, Bowers is an all-world talent. I mean, he's a generational talent. But McConkey is one of the best route runners that I've ever seen, and he's showing that this year. Both of them are having great years in the NFL too. So I agree with that. Carson Beck looked good last year because of the weapons he had around him, and now that he doesn't have weapons, it's showing. He's had a lot of speed bumps.
Tennessee needs Ryan Williams. That ain't happening, bro. Oh my God. Let's see here. Do you think Beck goes undrafted? He's not going undrafted. He'll go somewhere.
No, he'll get drafted, but
it'll be.
I think he'll be the prototypical Georgia quarterback that goes to the league, backs up for a few years, and then disappears from existence.
Yeah,
there's one that hasn't done that, and he's still playing today.
Yeah, he might not even back up. He might be one of those undrafted. Goes training camp, gets cut, gets signed to practice squad, gets cuts again, and never makes it back. Could be one of those.
Horton could have been used more with Miami's offense and Ward. Excited to see where he lands. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. The transfer portal, so we didn't really touch on it too much, but I won't go back to it now that we're kind of over the playoff. But like Lane Kiffin, I do think there was merit to what he said about shutting the transfer portal down during the bowl season and playoffs. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that any team is competing for a national title but having to worry about people leaving their program before the games are even played because they're worried about losing their spot. We can control this, guys. All we have to do is shut it down until after the playoffs. Why is that so hard? Anyway, I'm not sure what the answer is. I know the NCAA is nutless, but I don't know what to do because, like I said, Alabama is literally in a bowl game. I don't care. It's a bowl game. We're playing Michigan. It's for nothing. Pride, really. And we're down to like 4 receivers right now. Thank you for following, Bato. We're down for like 4 receivers because everyone's transferring out because, they want to see a different offense. But yeah, Zachariah Branch would be awesome. How do we feel about Mateer coming to Norman? So that's probably the biggest splash now. Jackson Arnold, people asked about that. Jackson Arnold's not a splash to me. He got beat out by a true freshman at Oklahoma. Oh, we're down to 3. Right. Well, dude, so you've got Ryan Williams, you've got Bernard, hold on. Damn it. You got Amari Jefferson. You got Jaron Hamilton. There was one more, I thought. And Mbakwe, if Mbakwe goes offense, we got 5. So, yeah. So Jackson Arnold got paid $2.3 million at Auburn. Oh my God! You talk about overspending.
Carson asked if the 2022 Georgia team could have beat the 2019 LSU team.
With Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I'm telling you right now, that defense for Georgia was great, but that offense was ridiculous because if I recall, Alabama had a damn good defense that year too in 2019, and Burrow and Chase and Jefferson lit them up.
They beat us by 5 points.
I know that. I know that. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about LSU's defense. I'm talking about the offense putting up that many points on Alabama's defense.
And I'm telling you,
like 50.
I'm telling you, they scored 46, and I'm telling you right now,
46. Okay.
Georgia's defense was worlds better than the 2019 Alabama defense.
I mean, it'd be a good game.
We had Pete Golding.
It would be a good game.
You would probably hold them to about 30 something. And here's the deal: you have Stetson Bennett. You have a rushing attack. You've got better. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, they had no defense. You have a better O line, so you're gonna run right over them. You got Brock Bowers. I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a game. I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a game.
It would have been a great game. I know Georgia played them in the SEC championship game that year and got their ass whooped. But
I will tell you this: that the 2020 Bama team would be the matchup against LSU, because all things on the table. All things on the table. Hindsight, if Jalen Waddle wouldn't have got hurt.
Imagine if Waddle didn't get hurt. How good that team would have
in the Georgia game. If Jalen Waddle wouldn't have got hurt, I mean, dude, I don't even
know.
He
got hurt in the Tennessee game.
Oh yeah, Tennessee game. Yeah, I'm thinking Ohio State would have left at halftime. I mean, that was the biggest ass whooping besides the TCU Georgia game that I've ever seen in a national championship game. The biggest ass. Smitty double teamed. Yes, Smitty was double teamed that whole season, but Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase are elite talents. Joe Burrow is elite talent. It's just, it's fantastic. It was a fantastic team. Now, all these people that are saying,
I don't know, any team could beat that team except for the 2001.
Anyone comparing them to anyone comparing them?
Miami's defense.
Please,
that's the only team that I think will be able to beat the 2019.
Yeah, we can't compare that because I'm telling you right now, Jamar Chase and all those guys. But who'd you have at DB? Who was the DBs again? Was it Antrell Roll?
Yeah, you had fucking Sean Taylor.
Well, that's your safeties. I'm talking about who's lining up man to man with Jamar Chase.
I think it was Antrell
Roll.
Antrell Roll was on that team, I think, and I think
we gotta look it up now because
I got it. I'm pulling it up right now.
This is where it gets good. I'm just telling you, I don't think it's comparison to me. It was Antrell Roll.
Yeah,
you had Mike Rumpf. You had Mike Rumpf, Ed Reed, James Lewis, Philip Buchanan, Antrell Roll. All of them were DBs on that team.
Sean Taylor was a backup to Ed Reed. That's how good that team was.
Antrell Roll was a freshman on that team.
Yeah.
Daryl McLover, Philip Buchanan, and Mike Rumpf were all NFL players.
Yeah. Ryan, I do remember too.
Yeah, Taylor was hurt that game. Yeah, he was limping around on one leg.
He wasn't 100%, but yeah, 100%. Like I'm an SEC guy. Okay, I'm gonna root for the SEC. But the 2001 Miami team, I don't think there's anything close to it.
There's not.
I don't.
My team was just so good.
Yeah, your linebackers on that team were DJ Williams.
I think they had Warren Sapp on that team too, if I'm not mistaken.
They had DJ Williams, Jonathan and Chris Campbell at linebacker. Then you had Vince Wilfork, Jerome McDougal, William Joseph, Andrew Williams, and Matt Walters all on the defensive line.
I mean, but like Vince Wilfork was on that team.
Way back.
Jonathan Vilma had an absolute freaking stud career at Miami. I mean, dude, you remember when he played? So, do you remember when he played in Nebraska?
Andre Johnson on that team? Was Andre Johnson on that team?
I thought so.
Yes,
he was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
And then their running backs. Their running backs were
Clinton Portis, didn't they?
Well, hang on. They had Najee Davenport as a senior.
Yeah. But
then he got hurt, and your three backups that they had were Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee, and Frank Gore.
Yeah, I mean, so someone brought it up. Sam, you said 95 Nebraska deserves a mention. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
The only thing we're saying is it's very hard. We're just talking about overall NFL talent, like just overall, just that roster, how it
Jockey was the tight end.
But 100%, 95 Nebraska was about as seamless a team as I've ever seen.
Yeah, that team dominated everybody.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't want to sit here and
They really dominated Tennessee in the Orange Bowl. I remember that game like it was yesterday. What was it, like 40 something to like 10?
That wasn't even 95. That wasn't even 95, Chris. That was the
97.
That was the
97,
shittier.
97.
That was the shittier Nebraska team. That
Yeah,
wasn't
that
even
was
the good
97.
one. Tommy
Yeah,
Frazier
95
already went
was-
bye-bye.
95 was
Tommy Frazier.
Tommy Frazier.
Yeah, dude, that was not enough respect. To me, that team is clearly probably a top 5 overall team in history. We're going to go over that in the offseason, guys. We're going to talk about our team.
T. Higgins was a monster at Clemson, Carson. Fucking monster. He was so good at Clemson.
He was, but not the same. Not the same.
He's still good.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but like even like I'm a big Bama fan, and I'm just telling you, the only team that we've really got that I would say, yeah, we got a shot. It's that freaking 2020 out. And the only reason I say that is we played nothing but SEC teams. And then we got to play Ohio State, who was just as talented then as they are now. And we dominated them.
Sam said his dad played at Nebraska from 93 to 97.
That's fucking
Hell
awesome,
yeah.
Sam. That is freaking awesome. So dude, yeah,
That's pretty
mass
cool,
respect, mass respect for your dad. Then that's freaking awesome. 2019 would destroy 2001. Ryan, are you? Come on. So LSU couldn't stop a cold. So think about this, and I don't mean this to be rude, but you barely beat Alabama that year. They barely beat them. They barely beat them. And I'm not saying, were they the best team in college football that year? Absolutely they were. Are they considered to be one of the best of all time? Sure, on offense. But who's going to stop Nebraska? Who's going to stop Miami? They're going to run right over them. They're going to keep the offense off the field, and they're going to run right over them. I mean, listen, it's all hypothetical, so we don't really know what's going to happen. But, I mean, it's great, it's great conversation.
I just want to, bring this up because that 2019 LSU offense is an all-time offense. There is no denying that. But that defense for that 2019 LSU team gave up 38 to Texas, gave up 38 to Vanderbilt, gave up 41 to Alabama, gave up 37 to Ole Miss, and then 28 to Oklahoma and 25 to Clemson.
You can't have those stats right there. You can't have those stats and be considered one of the greatest. I'm just saying.
That's actually crazy that they didn't lose a game or two.
D said their offense was that good. Their offense was that good.
Their offense was that good
Yes,
that they could have those
100%,
shootouts and win every time.
Because they put up NFL receivers.
But who did they play in that year that had that elite overall defense? And the answer is nobody. I mean, not really. But
well,
anyway,
they played number 9. They played number 9 Texas, number 7 Florida, number 9 Auburn, number 2 Alabama, number 4 Georgia, number 4 Oklahoma, and number 3 Clemson.
Oh, I know, but like when I say this to you is, was there anybody in your mind that had that 2022 Georgia defense that year? I can't remember one, not off my head.
No,
I mean,
the only time that they didn't score 30 in a game was against Auburn, and they won 23-20 against Auburn.
Yeah, I mean they were definitely an awesome team, but D's had a freaking great comment. He said the 0-1 championship game, the worst 2 players were the quarterbacks.
Was that Ken Dorsey and Eric Crouch?
Yeah.
I mean,
that is pretty impressive though.
The 0-1 Miami team. See that comment?
I just wanted to say this real quick. They played 15 games, that LSU team did, and 12 of those games they scored over 40 points.
So Sam said 0-1 Miami would have went 8-4 without one offensive touchdown.
Yeah, that was a stat that they talked about on the
end.
The U documentary.
Yeah, that is the end. That's the end of all. And listen, I don't like Miami. Okay, I think, especially all back in the day, I think they were a bunch of punks. I mean, it is what it is. But
that was the 2002 team, D's.
Yeah, you got to respect. You got to respect it. You got to respect it. Let's see here. Ohio State has Craig. Oh yeah,
that was the 2002. Well, yeah, the national championship game, but.
I thought the national championship was Dorsey and Crouch.
Carson,
yeah, 2001 was. 2002 was Dorsey and Krenzel.
Yeah,
Carson, we're typically live. We're typically live every Wednesday and Saturday at 8:30. With the holidays this week, it'll probably be a different schedule. We'll probably be live on Sunday just to kind of review the playoff games, and then we'll probably take a week off for the holidays. Crouch was trash. Yeah, but Dees, he played the Nebraska system well enough. I mean, he got him to the title game. It just people started figuring out how to defend Nebraska, and that day and age kind of left. You had to have that elite Tommy Frazier, Scott Frost player. Crouch was
that
good.
95 Nebraska team had Amon Green in the backfield too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think he was on the 97 team too, wasn't he? Wasn't he a senior in 97? Maybe not.
Look it up.
Maybe he went to the NFL. I can't remember.
After everybody figured out how to defend the triple option, Nebraska just kind of
Sam said he was on the 97 team. Okay, senior with Pop. All right, thank you. I thought so because I remember he went to Green Bay. I mean, he was a
Green Bay after that. He was a good fantasy back there for a few years.
Yeah, he was.
Carson said 2000 Oklahoma was good. They were, Carson, but the problem is that offense is not going to keep up with like an LSU. There's no way. I mean, their defense was fantastic. He teaches at Nebraska. That's freaking awesome. That is so awesome. Not 2019 LSU good, but okay, yeah, that makes sense. We're going to do that this year. We're going to try to go back and we're going to try to get some top teams. We're going to do top players, top positions. We're going to do some of that cool stuff in the off season when we're scrounging for content, because I think we've got we all have different opinions on this stuff, and it'll be interesting.
That 2000 Oklahoma team only gave up over 20 points 3 times in 2000. 2 of those games was to Kansas State, once in the regular season and then once in the Big 12 championship game.
Yeah. But
and then of course beat Florida State 13-2 in the national championship game.
So I'm going to ask you this, and I'm asking this, and don't shoot the messenger. I'm asking 2011 LSU, Bama, 2022 Georgia, or 2000 Oklahoma?
As far as defenses go?
Just defense. Don't care about teams. Don't care about who would win. I'm talking about defense. Who you taking?
There was a ton of NFL talent on all of those teams.
Yeah, I know. The 2000. So you got 2011 Alabama, 2011 LSU. So Honey Badger, Patrick Peterson are your headliners on that team. 2 pretty damn good ones. And then you got 2022 Georgia, which is stacked full of talent, and then you got 2000 Oklahoma. Tyler said 2011 Bama. It's a debate. God,
that team's good. The team's really good.
That team was freaking.
The defense was really good. The defense.
Oh my God! So let's.
LSU didn't even cross midfield till like after the third quarter in the national championship game. And that's
Tony's a big time. So here's your free safety is Mark Barron, played in the league for years. You had Robert Lester, Jarrett Williams, and Vinny Sunseri, which Dante Hightower was your linebacker. Nico Johnson, C.J. Mosley. God damn.
Courtney Upshaw.
Courtney Upshaw. Oh my God. Josh Chapman, Jesse Williams, Damon Square, Dre Kirkpatrick, Daquan Menzie, D. Milner. D. Milner was Clinton Dix.
He was a backup on that team.
And like the deal is they played better than their all like Josh Chapman was never like a stud, but he was a weight room warrior, and he was like one of the strongest players in Alabama history. Playing nose tackle, perfect spot for him.
But if you look at the
UGA was good.
So,
I'm not trying to say we were better. I'm just saying UGA was good.
That Alabama team played Penn State, Arkansas, Florida, LSU, and then LSU again. That was the ranked games they had. But if you look at their fucking points per game, 7, 11, 0, 14, 10, 0, 7, 6, 9, 7, 21, 14, 0.
And the 21 was like Georgia Southern, wasn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, they gave up 20 points one time, and it was to Georgia Southern.
Dude, the defense was crazy. I mean, like, I remember that Alabama LSU game. Me and Chris, like, we even painted our faces. We're in our living room with our fucking faces painted. And, dude, I drank like 18 beers that night. I mean, dude, we were, God bless. We were young and stupid, but anyway. UGA wins this year. If not, the Ducks maybe. That could happen. Yeah.
I'll say this about Georgia. Georgia is the most battle-tested team that is in this playoff. But, man, they're going to have to play their best ball 3 games in a row.
Uh-oh.
Plain and simple.
Here comes Jeff's boy. Jeff's boy. He said he's calling for a major upset. Jeff's boy. Yeah. David Pollock says Tennessee upsets Ohio State at Buckeye Stadium.
I mean, that's why we love him. You know, he speaks the truth.
There you go. There you go. We'll see. Hey, it all matters who shows up.
I have a mini helmet signed by him. I love that guy. He was my favorite Bulldog of all time.
So LSU right now, let's see how LSU. How many people they got in the portal? They lost C.J. Daniels in the portal. I was just looking to see. 16
Arkansas had
16
27.
LSU. 16 LSU. And they're fifth right now. Fifth.
Yeah.
So 16 LSU players in the transfer portal as of 15
It's
ago.
priceless to me, D's. My big money ones are in the closet over here.
So Kentucky Wildcats, 20 in the portal. Holy crap. Oh my God. Oklahoma. Let's see where they're at.
20, they're up there too.
Yeah, they are. It's I don't see the number though.
I think they're 20 something.
Yeah.
Because they're right behind Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State had 24, Arkansas had 27.
Mississippi State is 25.
Yeah.
Hit the portal.
And then Arkansas is 27.
See, I mean, I want to ask this. Is this really good for football? I don't understand. Like, I'm not dogging the transfer portal, but like, if we don't get our hands on these rules, it's just going to be, like I said, it's a matter of time. But we'll see what happens. I could just.
I got Bo Jackson on Auburn, Herschel on Georgia, Peyton Manning on Tennessee, Randy Moss on Marshall, Dion on Florida State. Just that's some of the bigger ones that stay in the case in the closet.
Chris, who's your favorite Alabama player of all time? Big Hunt says he hates the portal. I don't blame you. I do too. 6 out of 10 Tennessees were encouraged to hit the portal. Yeah. And here's the deal, D's. I'm not debating on whether they should transfer overall. I'm debating on when they should be allowed to enter the portal. Wait till the playoffs over. They've been with you all season. Let them get a ring or whatever the hell they're going to get. Compete. Because honestly, we're going to get watered down playoff games if we have teams that are just like, oh, well, I'm not going to start next year. I'm going to leave. One injury and Tennessee's screwed. If Dylan's, let's just say, for instance, Tony, backup running back says, hey, I'm transferring. I don't want to be behind Sampson anymore. He gets hurt in that game. You're down to your third string, and you're like, what the fuck am I going to do now? Against a pretty damn good Ohio State team. That's not fair to Tennessee and all the players. And I'm not a Tennessee fan.
Did you see where Julian Humphrey went, the DB for Georgia that got benched in the Tennessee game? He went to A&M.
Oh, William, Notre Dame, they took Devontae Smith. We were not that upset about that. We were not that upset about it. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why that is. Because he came and he said, I'm entering the portal. Notre Dame has offered me $1 million. How the fuck did he know Notre Dame was how did he know Notre Dame was offering $1 million before he hit the portal? How the fuck did that happen? So anyway, he asked Alabama for $800,000 to stay, and they said, goodbye. Hope you enjoy South Bend. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Tampering.
It is what it is. I don't care that he left. I don't care. But the bottom line is he's been there for a long time. He was there for Saban. And I mean, Marcus Freeman's a great defensive guy. I mean, I'm not debating him. I like Marcus Freeman. I can understand he's a player's coach. People want to play for him. But yeah, just like I said, we offered $1 million just to play the slot at Notre Dame. This dude's not even a first round pick, man. He's not even. Who is offering up $1 million for somebody that honestly is, maybe a 4th or 5th round pick. I don't know.
You're talking about Kobe Prentice?
No, that is Devontae Smith, the DB.
Oh, Devontae Smith.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. He only played half the season anyway because he was pushed by Red Morgan, the freshman. I mean, and then I don't know. And then, Jackson Arnold, we talked on that. That's a ridiculous sum. Anyone that thinks Jackson Arnold's worth $2 million is a fucking loon. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Is this for real? Do you think Georgia would have paid $2 million to take Jackson Arnold? I don't. Let's say you had no quarterback, Riddle. No quarterback at all. Do you think you'd go out and get Jackson Arnold for $2 million? Fuck no.
No.
They're going to go out and get somebody that's worth a damn. They would have got Mensa or Mateer. I mean, those guys maybe.
That's usually a thing that Georgia doesn't have to worry about, though. I mean,
100%.
We've talked about that before. Georgia and Alabama, they get the guys out of the portal, but they're not like big name guys. They're guys to fit roles and to do certain things.
Yeah. And William, maybe he'll do better at Notre Dame than he did at Bama. Bama with his playing the slot, maybe he'll do better at Notre Dame. I mean, he's a good player. I'm not knocking the kid. He's a good player. Is he worth $1 million? Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, that's the only thing I'll commend. I've said it on this show so many times. I commend Alabama and I commend Georgia. I know we might be dinosaurs, Riddle, and we may not be with the times, but we have an NIL value and we say, this is what you're worth in the NIL landscape. This is what we're going to pay you. And we stick to it. Now, like I said, you had 2 losses this year. We had 3. Maybe we're behind the times. But at the end of the day, I just don't see this being sustainable over the course of long. Something's going to happen, guys, with the NIL. I promise you, something's going to change somewhere. I don't know where it changes. I don't know where the control comes in, but it's coming eventually. Even if it's within the conference, it's coming. I don't think the conference will do it because they ain't going to put themselves at a disadvantage, but Michigan paid too much for Underwood. Yeah, we all said that. You said we need to poach Lenora Sellers. I think South Carolina will put together a pretty big deal for him. They're not going to get. Plus, I mean, he's an athlete, and do not get me wrong, okay? I don't want another Milroe. I just don't. I don't. I don't want another Milroe. I don't want that. I'm done with the Lamar Jackson bullshits. I'm done with it. I need a player that runs only when he has to, picks up the first down, and goes back in and throws a fucking touchdown. That's what I need. I bet that Miami team would have had $20 million on that roster. Riddle named off. Yeah, they probably did. They probably had $20 million on that roster. I mean, that's the real root of it. I mean, every team has been paying players for years. It's just now it's out in the open. It's legal. And that's why people like SMU think they're going to be back because they're like, oh, we can pay players. We can pay them now. And make no mistake, SMU is a big money school. I'd have shocked at how much money is down there. But NIL is fine, but I want the portal rules changed. Purnell, I just want the NIL to have some rules on it. I just want I want there to be rules on the NIL just like I want rules on the transfer portal. Like, the NFL, Tony, you guys are big NFL guys. The NFL works because you have a collective bargaining agreement. You have thresholds. You can't pay somebody over X, and it works. We don't have that.
Your salary cap.
Yeah, that's what we need, Tony. 100%. Give me a salary cap. Go ahead.
I do agree though with the portal thing, and I said this back when they did this.
Yeah.
Used to when you transferred, you had to sit out a year, no questions asked.
Yeah.
And then they allowed them the one. You can go one time without penalty. Then the second time you have to sit out a year. Now you can transfer twice and there's still no penalty. So basically, it's just free agency is what they've opened up.
It's not even free agency.
I wish they'd go back.
I
know, but I wish they would go back to the old way.
I wish they made them sign contracts.
Yeah,
that's what I wish they did.
I mean, that wouldn't be bad.
Here's the deal. If you leave before your contract's up, you pay me 3 times the amount. Take it or leave it. You want that big money? Here you go. I mean, I don't know what the answer is. It's like Big Hunt says, if you transfer as a freshman or after your freshman season, you should have to sit out a year. That's fine too. But yeah, a cap would be so fantastic, because then teams like Michigan, who decided to pay $12.5 million for a quarterback, are going to be hurting everywhere else. They ain't going to have an O-line. They're going to have a D-line. Teams like Georgia that pay people the minimum, or not the minimum, their NIL value, guess what? They're going to have a well-rounded football team. Because what we're going to get into, guys, is we're going to get into college football looking like the Yankees and Dodgers. Tony, I know how you feel about that, but that's where college football is going. It's going to be who's going to throw down that big checkbook all the time. And I hate saying this, guys, but rich people got rich not by giving away their fucking money. I'm just going to tell you that. They don't. Oh, man. And William said, but smaller schools can't compete. Yes, 100%. All this crap about, this was supposed to allow smaller schools to compete. Does anyone feel like any of these small schools have a shot in these playoffs? I don't.
No.
Big money, big brands still win out. I promise you this, a big brand is going to win the national title. There you go. That's not news.
I mean, it wouldn't shock me in, 5, 6, 10 years or so,
Maybe
that
once
the SEC and the Big Ten, they just branch off to their own league, and then everybody else plays,
that has been talked
NCAA,
about.
But
that's been talked about, Riddle. I mean, and people think we're playing. We're not making this up. They're talking about going out and grabbing the best schools from the ACC and Big 12 and making divisions like the NFL, and it's going to be a light NFL league. And it will be controlled like we're talking about. It'll have transfer portal rules. It'll be more like it'll probably be a collective bargaining. And the only reason why we don't have a collective bargaining agreement right now in college football, and I don't care about one way or the other whether they have one or not, but the only reason why we don't is because they're still considered students. How the fuck is it considered a student when Nico makes the money he makes? When Milroe makes the money? How are you a student? You're getting paid to play football. So that's when Jordan talks about the schools being allowed to pay people. If you start paying people actively, are they now your employee? I mean, if you pay them to perform a service, is that an employee? I'm asking y'all a question. Is that what y'all think? Yeah, that's the essential definition. So then they can have a bargaining agreement.
I mean, the definition of a professional is somebody that makes money doing their craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the difference is with professional. The difference with a professional is you can be a professional and not be a employee of the university. If the university's paying you, like if you got a scholarship tomorrow and they said Georgia is going to pay you, not the collective, Georgia is going to pay you $40,000 a year, you're an employee. You're an employee. So you can have a bargaining agreement, which would actually be good for college football, because then the team side, the Georgia side, see, that's where it's really going to get interesting, because the Georgia side's going to say, because we're all loyal to a brand in football, a team, right?
Yeah, I like what RC said right there. They ain't going to college to play school.
I know, 100%. But we're all loyal to a team. But you think about that, Riddle, because you'll be on the other side. You guys are in the collective bargaining agreement at Bridgetown, but you'll be on the other side because you're going to represent Georgia now, not the players, because you care more about the team that's going to be there and after these 4 players are gone in 3 years. But it's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens with this. It's not from the school though. A separate company. No, William. They are actually trying to make it legal to where the schools can participate in the collectives. They can pay players. This is outside of your collective. So they're actually trying to fight for that. And just so you know, they're more than likely going to win. So if they win, where do we go from here? I just, all in all, I say all that to just say I want a salary cap. So that's what I want. These guys are big baseball fans. I mean, the cap seems like it means nothing in baseball. Baseball is the most intriguing.
Baseball doesn't have a cap.
Oh, it don't?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
they have a luxury tax that if you go over a certain amount, but teams with money don't give 2 fucks.
No,
They're gonna pay that luxury tax. They don't care.
And Tony, you being a Braves fan, I know. See, you had a very underappreciated roster when you won the World Series, and then now you're paying more money to have the team you got now that didn't win a World Series. It is what it is. I'm not trying to.
A lot of injuries.
Yeah, 100%. What I'm saying is you don't want to have to compete every year with the big money Dodgers and Yankees, it would be nice to have the same even playing field, and it actually rely on talent and coaching and development.
Did you see the number, Brandon, that the Dodgers have in deferred money on their contracts?
I haven't seen it. I rely on you guys. Okay, now go ahead and tell me, because I got to get to Williams.
I know it's over $1 billion in deferred money among 7 players.
Oh my God. So Williams says Saban was paying players for years. So was Pete Carroll. Okay. So we have no evidence of that, but we do know that college has been paying players forever. So you're saying Saban was paying players out of his pocket for years. We know colleges have paid players for years. Tennessee got caught red-handed paying players out of McDonald's bags. And Tony, I'm not, Alabama got caught too. So I'm not knocking you. I'm saying all schools have paid players for years. To call out 2 coaches is ludicrous.
I mean, one of the playoffs teams got the death penalty for that shit back in the day.
Exactly. Philip Fulmer was paying players. Philip Fulmer was bidding on players, the same players Alabama was bidding on and got caught for. And I'm just saying it happened. It's over with. It's done with. Nobody gives a shit. But it happened. It's been like that for years. Yeah. And here's the thing. I watched that documentary on that SMU. The only reason why they got caught is because they just didn't give a shit. They rubbed it in people's faces.
Hell, Pruitt was putting them in McDonald's bags or something.
Yeah, he was. I'm just saying. And if you think he's the only one putting shit in McDonald's bags, this is
He's
not.
Put them in Happy Meals.
This ain't a knock on Tennessee. If you think that Georgia ain't put some shit in people's McDonald's bags, y'all are crazy. If Alabama's done it,
they give them liquor, bottles of whiskey down there.
Yeah. See, Lindell White on a podcast said he got $125K in a duffel bag during his recruiting trip. So I'm gonna tell you this, and like I said, I played football for a big time high school in Tennessee, and a guy was a big time commitment to Ohio State, the Ohio State. He went up there on one recruiting trip, sidelines, full decked out Michigan game. Come back talking stories about all the stuff he got, and guess what got pulled the very next week? His scholarship, because he had a big mouth. And somebody, Jackson said, "I'm committed." Hey, what's up, Jackson? I'm committed to Ohio State too. I'm just telling you, this kid came back talking about the money they were offering him. So we all know this happens.
Kenyon Buford.
Oh, we're not heated. We're not heated. We're not heated, Jackson. We were heated earlier. You missed it. You missed some.
Yeah, I was about to whoop some ass.
Why does Belichick deliver UNC a natty? He does not. I don't think he does.
I was gonna put the big helmet on. Come at you.
It's fishy. What's fishy? What's fishy, Jackson? When does Belichick deliver? I don't think he does.
I don't think he can there.
I don't think he has enough time left in his life. If he had 20 years, maybe he could turn it around, but
now, do I think he can make them a contender? And people will want to go to North Carolina. It's not going to have anything to do with money. It's going to be to develop as a player, to go to the NFL and make even more money. I mean, that's what he brings to North Carolina. Mm-hmm. But is it still good enough to get the top players in the country to come there? I don't think so.
It's probably good enough to win the ACC, though.
Big Hunt, he's not making that much. Yeah. I don't think he's going to make that much. I think honestly, he's going to take way less money just to get back into coaching, and the only reason he took that job was for his son. I think we all can agree. Dude's dating a 28-year-old, living a great life. I mean, he didn't have nothing to do.
Dane said he don't have Brady, so it won't happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Ohio State recruiting is fishy. It always has been, Jackson. Ohio State recruiting has always been fishy. We can say this team, that team, this team, that team. It happens everywhere. Everywhere. What is he laughing about?
Nothing.
Oh. Damn, what'd y'all do? Y'all so...
No, I had something in my eye.
Oh, my God. You look like you had something in your eye.
Oh man.
Anyway,
What the hell?
I
What
don't
the hell's so
know.
funny?
They all laugh.
we'll talk off. We'll talk off stream.
So anyway,
I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's happened everywhere, guys. Just we can't be naive as college football fans. And
Screw you, Dane. You keep that laser up. Put that thing away.
Wasn't a green laser, was it? Oh shit! Damn.
He lives up on the hill behind my house, and anytime I'm out on my deck, he'll start shining his laser down there on me.
Oh, damn. UNC made him 6th, 7th highest paid coach in college football. 5 years, $10 million a year. Okay, well, I mean that's a big time commitment for the UNC program, and I think he'll leave it in better shape than Mac Brown did. I do think that. I think he's going to be a great stepping stone to the next. Because I do think, like Riddle said, he'll get players in here.
Oh, he will get talent there because guys will want to go and beat it. It's kind of like I hate to bring this name back up again. Travis Hunter, the reason he went to play for Deion is because Deion's one of the greatest at the position he was going to play. Deion was going to allow him to play both sides of the ball. He knew that Deion knew what it took to get to the next level. And that's why he chose not to go to Florida State and went and played for Jackson State and Deion Sanders. He was the number 1 rated player coming out of high school.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. UNLV's beating Cal 14-13 right now.
3:45 left in the third, and poor Cal's got 5 of their 6 losses have been by 1 possession this year.
Oh, their defense. I mean, Tony ran that defense out of the fucking University of Tennessee too. They ran them out of there. Wilcox is over there kicking ass, taking names. No, but UNC is a brand, should be better. And Jordan, oh, dude, so yeah, make no mistake, William. We already talked about that kind of on this right here. UNC has money, and it may be a lot of basketball money, but they have money.
It is. North Carolina's a lot like Kentucky. Now they're better at football than Kentucky long term.
Yeah.
But you'll have guys that'll come through that are really great players and they'll have really good years, but they don't sustain that success because they're basketball schools. That's why people go to Kentucky and North Carolina is to play basketball, not football.
Big Hunt said, "What do you do with Hunter at the next level? Wide receiver or CB?" I know what I'm saying, but
I know what he's going to want to do. He's going to want to play both sides of the ball.
Won't happen.
I don't think so either.
You're not
taking a risk. He gets sprinkled in.
Yeah,
he gets sprinkled in.
100%. I'm not.
I'm sure they'll have packages and stuff for him, but I think he's a shutdown defensive back, and that's what I think he'll play in the NFL.
I think he's a defensive back. I think that's. I mean, in all honesty, like in my mind, a defensive back is much more valuable. I mean, for a team, I don't know. There ain't many Sauce Gardners and Patrick Surtain out there, so there aren't many true shutdown corners. And if you can be that, then
I agree 100%, Cam. It's a whole different world. And it's the same way in all professional sports. Like even the jump from college to the NFL is massive. And it's just like in baseball, the jump from even AAA to the majors is absolutely massive. You're talking about the best of the best going to 32 teams. I mean, every team. That's why the whole argument of could the worst or the best college team beat the worst NFL team? No, they can't. Because even the worst NFL team still has the best players in the world on their teams.
I will say this, like he said, RC said you really have to perfect your craft in the NFL. The one thing I will commend Travis Hunter for, he's had the same freaking girlfriend. So throughout like his college career, so consistency in your home life. I see so many NFL players throw their fucking careers away chasing fucking women and money and other things that are more provocative and worse. I don't want to say them on this show. I'll get kicked off again. But I'm just saying, having a consistent home life, I think really can set you up. You say whatever you want to say about people like Matthew Stafford, been in the league for years, been married to his wife, his high school. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, been married to his high school sweetheart. I know you don't like him. It doesn't matter if you like him or not. But his home life.
D's, I'm laughing at D's.
His home life is freaking consistent. Will Levis isn't the best, even if Levis could go back to high school and he might not be the best there.
Hey, Levis got benched. The Titans are moving on to the Mason Rudolph era.
Yep. That Dion kept him in not the rails. You see Hunter's girl though, her attitude going to get her. That's true. That's true. But they're engaged now, and if he pulls that trigger,
what a fucking idiot.
If he pulls that trigger, I mean, you really got to think really hard about that because she's getting half. Just me, but I'd rather be a lead at one thing over.
Oh, there's going to be a prenuptial agreement there.
Yeah. See how it goes.
Touchdown UNLV.
Ooh, girl, yeah. You don't know how much of that, Cam, though. You don't know how much of that's an act. These people, man,
True.
half of this world is fucking made up. I'm just telling you, it's made up. It's made up shit. Look at Tony. He's up there acting like he's tired. He ain't fucking tired. He's lying to y'all.
I didn't say I was tired. I just got the yawns.
Oh man,
I've had them the whole time I've been on here.
Tony's gonna download that game. Get on.
Just
there.
hit me.
That's what Tony's gonna do.
Sawyer's over here playing Madden.
Tony gonna. Why ain't he playing Madden with me? I play Madden with him. Come on. Man.
Because he runs one play. He can't beat nobody.
Nah, he's actually done a lot more. I bought it on my account on the PC, and he has it on the PS5 also.
Yeah, so Cal's quarterback got
Tony,
sacked.
You got Madden? You bitch.
Yeah, well, he asked me to because it was $29.
Oh, you ain't,
or whatever it was.
You play
Cal's,
Ultimate Team? All right, sorry.
No, I haven't done it yet.
Oh, you're
Sorry,
good. Cal's quarterback got sacked, and then the first play was a 23-yard touchdown run for UNLV.
Let's see here. I remember Cam says play every position mediocrely, and you're a terrible player. Yeah. I remember CeeDee Lamb's girl checking his phone during the draft. Yes, I mean, that is some crazy shit. I'm just gonna tell you, like,
women think they're privileged.
Easy.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. This is the honest to God truth. If you're in that situation and you don't want to be put in that situation, break up with that girl and move on. It's that easy. It's that easy. He didn't have to bring anybody to that day. He could have brought his mom and daddy. But I mean, it is what it is. What happens now is people in this world, not men or women, just both, they want their cake and eat it too. Everybody wants their cake and eat it too. They want to have that fine ass girl sitting there, but they want to have this 18 fucking girls on the side. I get it. I understand. Hey, glutton for punishment, but gluttony's a sin, man. Chris, can't have all of them, man. Share some for the rest of us. Anyway, it's so easy. You bring your parents and siblings and that's it. That's right, man. Because look at Will Levis. Will Levis was absolutely embarrassed. Do Georgia fans remember Juwan Jennings? Yeah, they remember. But Will Levis, you all knew Will Levis was going to be crap when his girlfriend looked at him and said, "Man, you didn't get fucking drafted first round. Fuck you." Fucking left. She fucking left his ass.
Never mind. I ain't gonna say that. We might get banned. But there was a video.
But good. But I don't know what happened, Riddle. I'm sure there is.
She is famous, Dees. She is. That's what I was alluding to.
She's famous, but bottom line is I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know. She just outed Riley Green. She messed with Riley Green now. Dude, this girl got to go. You can't be messing with. I don't care about Will Levis. Damn, don't mess with Riley Green. Anyway, yeah, bring your family. Don't bring all these other people. All it is becomes a shit show. I mean, it's one thing if you've been with somebody your whole freaking college career and you were high school sweethearts, but I don't know how women who date stars start thinking they're bigger than the star because they're with the star. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I will say this: like a lot of times, not all the time. There's a lot going on in the background. Like Patrick Mahomes is probably one of the best. Do we all agree he's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league? I think it's pretty obvious. I think we all know that. His wife.
This year he's been more of a game manager than anything.
This year is Josh Allen.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. But I'm just saying, this dude's a good quarterback, right? His wife is batshit crazy. Okay, she's batshit crazy. I don't care. It's fine. I can say that she's crazy, but she does a lot. She she takes care of the kids. She does a lot to manage all the shit at home. I mean, that shit matters. Like I said, he don't have shit to worry about. He gets home from NFL
How did
practice.
we get here?
I don't know. He gets home from NFL practice and probably gets his I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm just sure.
Me and Chris just over here like we can't even be involved in these kind of conversations.
I'm sure he's taken care of. Yeah, I agree, Cam. Anyway, Josh Allen is the best quarterback. I know we can talk about that. He is the best quarterback.
Not even close right now.
No,
Not even close.
that dude.
I mean, it's taken a long time
I'm
to
glad
get
he's
here.
on our fantasy team.
I think Tony's got him in one of his leagues too.
Sure do.
It's taken him a long time to get here though. Like he's been on the precipice so many times of really being elite. I think he's still great.
God damn, D's.
What do you say? Cole,
I'm not repeating that one.
Oh my, yeah, shit. I'm probably gonna
Burrow
get
can
banned.
have better stats.
I'm probably gonna get banned again.
Well,
Burrow has better stats though.
he does, but it doesn't matter. Burrow has Higgins and fucking Jamar Chase. So does Josh Allen have fucking Shakir.
Bills to the top. Hey, there's one thing you can take to the bank. If the Bills get to the Super Bowl, they'll lose.
No, Bills winning. Bills win the Super Bowl. Ain't nobody beat them. The only
Hey,
team.
I'm gonna say this. It took everything that they had to beat the Lions, and the Lions have so many injuries.
Yeah,
They beat the fuck
Lions
out
are
of
getting
Lions.
beat
The
up.
Lions came back late in that game. They beat the fuck
but the
out.
Lions have been decimated by
I
injuries
think they have
too.
16 on the IR.
Yeah, but
Well,
that might be one of the most impressive things in NFL history is the fact that the Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. But I'm just telling you, if the Lions get half of those players back, but
nobody's beating Buffalo right now. The way Josh Allen's playing, nobody.
Hey, their running back, he's pretty good. Where's he from?
James Cook, yeah, he's bad. I got him on my fantasy team too.
He's from Georgia.
I'm just telling you right now. I agree Buffalo right now, but when you get to the playoffs,
Get the playoffs. If Buffalo gets on field, it's a wrap.
Playoffs.
I'm gonna tell you, Kansas City's gonna be hard to bet against until someone proves me otherwise.
God, but they should have lost about 6 games already this year.
They should
They're
be
the worst. They're the worst. What 12-1 or 13-1 team I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, team's
If
not.
Tennessee Titans could get a bad rap a few years ago of being the worst, what were they, 13-3 team or whatever it was in the league, then fucking I can say that about Kansas City.
Yeah, absolutely.
They could have easily lost almost all their games.
And D's brought up a good point. Eagles are gonna be a hard out too. The Eagles are. I mean, Saquon has added a whole different dimension to that team.
Except for the last couple of weeks, some bitches on my fantasy team.
But he is.
Oh, really?
I have Saquon and Derrick Henry.
Oh man, they both played like shit this weekend.
William
but I
said
still
Ravens are going to be a hard one out. Ravens are going to be hard.
Ravens are not going to be hard. They choke every year.
They do choke, but
No, they're not going to be hard at all.
Titans beat them when you're in the playoffs in Baltimore.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson doesn't have that dog in him when it comes playoff time.
Hey, I got his signed helmet in there too, Lamar Jackson.
what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about that this week. We were talking.
What are your must start? Let me. What are your must starts of the week, Tony? Not top tier players, but like mid players that you think will overperform. Must start players of the week.
Haven't even thought about it. I haven't even looked at my teams honestly.
Oh really? Okay.
I can tell you who I'm starting.
Not like big players. I'm talking about like smaller
Someone like Shakir for Buffalo and shit.
Yeah, like that.
Dad's starting him against me, but in the one
you got your dad? Oh shit!
Yeah, this week. But my teams, I got Mahomes, Barkley, Henry, Devontae Adams, Nico Collins, T. Higgins, Brock Bowers. We do a super flex, so I got Purdy, the Packers defense, and Dicker the kicker.
You super flex. I've never played a super flex league.
Can I say something real quick? I just want to say one thing. The Derrick Henry's second in the league in rushing.
He got 6 fantasy points this past weekend.
Yeah, he did.
That's all that matters.
He's at 1,500 yards for the season. You say whatever you want. It don't matter about one game. It matters about To you, it does because you play fantasy football. I'm talking about this dude is washed up according to somebody on this panel, and he's second in the league with 1,500 yards.
I was about to say, do you know who's 1 and 2 in rushing this year?
It's got to be Josh Jacobs. Is it Josh Jacobs?
No, Barkley's got
Barkley. Okay.
Barkley's got 1688 and Henry's got 1474.
And Barkley's a lot younger than Henry too, but I mean, I'm not.
And Derrick Henry's got 13 touchdowns.
That's two totally different style running backs. So I wouldn't compare those two, but like, do you take Barkley over C-Mac right now? I know Mac's hurt, but if you was just saying like,
he's healthy. Nope.
Okay.
Last year's CMC over Barkley this year. No, I wouldn't do
But
that.
Derrick Henry's washed, according to one of the panelists.
He is washed.
He is washed.
Who said that?
Tony.
Look at Tony up there.
I know.
He said he was fucking washed. I'm just saying, like, it's rare for a running back 8 years in. Is it 8 years now? I think it's 8 years. 8 years in to be still putting up these numbers. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying other people have done it, Tony. It'd been a long time since a really good running back has sustained 10 years. When I say I mean a really good running back, like
because
Frank Gore's an exception because he played 20 years and got 600 yards a season.
Most time running backs depends on like if you're toting the rock early in your career, you might last. You might have like 5 solid years now.
Yeah.
This is Derrick Henry's ninth year in the league.
Okay. It's
He didn't
2016.
play like the first couple of years, right?
Yeah, he played like a little bitch his first 2 years.
Well, he's behind
And then
Murray.
George had getting that ass.
He rushed for 490
He-
and 5, and
He ran
744 and 5.
He was running around on his tiptoes and shit. Didn't want to run. It's like he was scared of contact, and he's a big motherfucker. I remember him acting like a pussy, and Titans were on the verge of trading him because the way he was running. That's why Eddie George got his ass.
It's crazy. So in 2016, he averaged 4.5 yards a carry. And then he averaged 4.2, 4.9, and then it just went up from there. So, like,
Yeah, he had that stretch of games where it's like 8 in a row where he just went the fuck off. After Eddie George, I'm telling you, Henry himself said Eddie George has to sit down with his ass and pretty much, tell him, hey, you're the biggest motherfucker on the field. Don't be afraid to hit somebody.
Though? Can I say this?
Hey, I'm just telling you right
in
now.
2020, that was his 2,000-yard season. He averaged 5.4 yards a carry. It went down every year for that since then for the freaking Titans because they had no O-line. I don't care what you fucking say. Their O-line sucked.
Well, no, he had a
years.
foot injury too on top of that.
Yeah, he did. He tore his ACL the year after his
No,
2000.
it wasn't his ACL.
Foot.
He broke his foot.
Broke his
He
foot.
broke his bones in his foot.
Okay.
And at Indianapolis Colts game.
But
and then they went to the playoffs and got beat by the Bengals.
But anyway, this year he's
Trash.
averaging his career high yards
Yeah,
per carry.
bum.
Career high yards per carry this year. I mean,
And second or third in rushing touchdowns.
he's just not having to
Third
do
best
it all. I mean, y'all said it. He's not going to be this star on this show, so he doesn't have to do it all. So he's thriving. I mean, I get it. Lamar Jackson, it's his show, but he's helping. That's all I'm saying. He's helping.
It's also the second fewest receptions he's had in his career too.
Well, yeah. I mean, who the hell wants to use him to throw? I mean, I get it. I mean, I know it's a league, but they got Flowers and shit like that for. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I just hope he has a good career. He's already got the 10,000 yards. I hope he has a good rest of his career and he don't get hurt bad and goes rides off the sunset. But with that said, what I want to ask about, we're talking about Genty, and we're not going to talk about this season. I want to ask y'all a serious question. Is Genty better than Todd Gurley? I asked this question to Jordan and he said yes.
As a college running back, right? Like right now.
Yeah, sure. As a college running back. If he's coming out, he's coming out in the league.
If
Who
he's
you
coming
taking?
out.
Yeah, he's coming out. Who?
Oh God. No.
It ain't
if
even
we're
close.
talking about coming out into the league, I'm taking fucking Todd Gurley.
It ain't even close.
Todd Gurley was a monster.
It ain't even
He
close.
was a monster. He was
Can't
a
help it.
big
These-
dude.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about just college. I'm just talking about how he translates from one.
Yeah.
He was great in college,
and
But he
amazing.
also-
His legs.
Yeah,
If Todd Gurley's legs hadn't gave out, his hamstrings,
his knees and shit.
if they hadn't gave out on
So-
him, dude, he could
Oh,
still
he's Hall of Famer. He's a fucking Hall of Famer.
William says as a college player, yes, and NFL, no.
he just didn't have the longevity, dude. He was dominant early in his career.
How do you
in
think?
the NFL.
What do you think Genty's gonna get drafted at?
What do you say? Jordan had a stat
It's a
this
passing
weekend.
league, man.
No,
Running
but-
backs don't
hold
get
on.
drafted high anymore.
Jordan had
He's
a stat
probably a
this
second
weekend,
rounder.
Chris. He
He'll
said that
go in the second round.
he said Todd Gurley, his 4-year span, scored like more touchdowns than any. I mean, like I can't remember. It was some crazy stat. Like
He
in
was
4
a
years.
monster of fantasy.
Todd Gurley had to retire at the age of 26, 27 in the fucking
Yeah,
NFL,
yeah.
and he was a fucking beast.
So-
because his knees and shit just gave out on him.
So that one's
Yeah.
easy. That one's
So-
easy. I'm gonna say this.
So
this-
hang on, I just give you this rundown real quick.
Mhm.
Gurley had 1,460 carries, 6,082 yards, 243 catches, 2,254 yards,
Dude.
and had 79 total touchdowns, 3 Pro Bowls, 1 Offensive Player of the Year award, Offensive Rookie of the Year award, and he only played 6 seasons.
That's why you have
Crazy.
to have a committee. That's why you have to have a running back by committee. You can't just ride people to the fucking.
You think Nick Chubb's done?
Chubbs. If
He's back playing this year, but
No,
He broke his
he's
foot.
done. He broke his damn foot.
We all
did he?
Lincoln.
Oh, damn.
Lincoln. We all picked Notre Dame, man. We said Notre Dame's defense is just too much. Georgia's always had an elite running back. Always will. Yeah, I mean I see that, but I'm just gonna say, let's see here. Okay,
Are you going to draft Genty next year in your fantasy draft, Tony?
Depends
hell, the way he
on-
drafts running backs, he probably will.
I want to ask y'all
There's a
this.
good
Then.
chance.
So, Genty,
There's a good chance.
Yeah, if it goes to like Dallas or something, yeah.
Genty, or I mean, just take the injuries out because obviously that's not fair. But Genty or Marcus Lattimore.
That sucks too, because I think Lattimore would have been
Fuck it,
amazing.
dude. He was there with
but-
Gurley. Like they were competing.
Yeah.
For like who was going to be the most dominant motherfucker.
Lattimore was so good. So
Oh my god, dude.
But he was a for sure. He's going to be a bona fide stud, at the position in NFL.
1,200 yards as a freshman at South Carolina. 1,200 fucking yards as a freshman. Oh my god. And he got hurt.
And then
He was
he got his knee shredded. They fucking did him dirty.
that was
That's a
bad.
dirty
Anyway,
hit.
I don't want to sit there. That's not really fair because that wasn't like a whole. I mean, that was just a snapshot. But when we were talking about Genty, we said Genty is for real. Someone said he was a generational running back, and I'm like, come on, guys. Like,
There's not many of them anymore.
but to say he's generational,
I think
He's not generational.
I think he'll be a solid NFL running back.
okay, I can live with that. But like, is he better than Nick Chubb? Is he better? You know what I mean? Like Saquon Barkley is still fresh in the league. Christian McCaffrey is still putting up huge numbers. I mean, they're just generational is kind of
Completely different type of back.
yeah. I know generational is just a stretch for me.
Yeah, generational. He's definitely
Yeah.
not generational.
Like when I think of generational talent,
like Brock Bowers or some
Brock
shit.
Bowers,
Yeah,
Tim
it's like once in a
Tebow,
lifetime
Tim
thing.
Tebow at quarterback. Like if you said, pick me a running quarterback, and I hate saying this, so just bear. But if you said pick me a running quarterback, it'd be between Cam Newton and Tim Tebow. But I would pick Tebow because of the intangibles. But Cam Newton's 2010 season was nothing to laugh at. That was pretty freaking phenomenal. But I'm taking Tebow, RC, just because his will to win. And Mike Vick, D's, I just meant, Mike Vick was a generational. It was just a different generation, but 100%.
Yeah, he took a talentless Virginia Tech team all the way to the national championship.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I said, there is some absolute. That's generational talent. That's what we mean when we say generational talent. I mean, I hate saying Mike Vick. Like you know when you made it in the NFL. This is the NFL. When you can't wait for that card to be released in Madden. That's when you know.
Yeah.
That's when you know. He said, "I'd take Vic over any running quarterback." Yeah, Vic was different, man. Vic was different. So I heard Mike Vick was actually giving a lot of credit to Lamar Jackson and saying how great of a runner he was. And he said he thought he was this is Vic saying this. He thought Lamar was a better runner than he was. and I can't remember who it was, but it was another fucking like I think it was Michael Irvin or somebody, and he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You need to calm the hell down." It's like, Mike Vick was incredible.
But he might be, but Vic was more explosive and elusive and made those stupid
He was different.
stopping on a dime and making defenders just blow right by him and stuff like that. You don't see Lamar really doing a lot of that.
I just meant with Tebow though, like Tebow, the reason why Tebow refused to lose, like you knew that when Tebow walked off the field, I think Stetson Bennett would go there too, Riddle. I think he was bored. You knew when he walked off the field that you got everything out of that guy. There was no denying. There was no, and I can't say that with Vic. I'm not saying he didn't do that. I'm just saying I didn't see it like that. But Stetson,
Randall Cunningham was a monster.
Randall Cunningham was a monster. Yes, I agree with that.
He was really good.
Stetson was one of those guys that was always told he couldn't.
Yeah.
So he had that chip on his shoulder and proved to people he could. And he was a winner. He was a winner everywhere he went.
William just brought up that's a generational player. Adrian Peterson is a generational running back.
Yep.
That's a generational running back.
Absolutely.
100%. That's a stud. Yeah, Stetson is probably one of the best stories in football history, to be honest with you, but college football history. Yeah, Adrian's a Hall of Famer. I don't think anyone denies that. Nobody. Let's see who else. Hey, what's up? That's Courtney's dad. Yeah, players did rally behind Tebow. That's why we kind of Barry Sanders. Yeah, we could do a whole show on Barry Sanders. Most of us are pretty adamant about old Barry. But yeah,
how crazy is it though that Adrian Peterson finished second in the Heisman his freshman year behind Matt Leinart from those great USC teams?
Matt Leinart.
So I remember when Peterson came out his freshman year, I was like, this dude's ready for NFL already.
Yeah.
Just because his body and everything, he
almost rushed for 2,000 yards. He had 1,925, 5.7 yards per carry, and 15 touchdowns as a freshman.
When Maurice Claret, he tried to leave early, he wasn't really ready. Well, he might have been, but
physically,
Peterson
I think
was
he was
really ready.
I think physically he was ready. He definitely wasn't ready mentally, because if he was, I think if he was ready mentally, somebody would have talked him off that ledge and been like, no.
Yeah, be like, just go back to school.
Yeah, just go back to school. Stop. If he develops throwing accuracy, Lenora Sellers could be compared to Newton. Right now, Sellers looks like Milroe to me, so until I see him go out and win the big one, he's going to be another Milroe.
Tell you what, that Simmons kid from Ole Miss, I'm excited to see him play.
Yeah.
He's a big left-handed quarterback that can run.
Not if you invited him to it. He's been on for about 4 minutes. What is that? He's been not. I don't know what that means. I don't know about that. Newton knew how to light up a field. Yeah. Newton was different, dude. Newton also knew how to use his body weight.
They said Barry Sanders earlier talking about running back.
Oh. Barry does hate the press. Yeah, Barry hated the press. I watched that. If you haven't seen that on Amazon, you need to go watch that Barry Sanders episode. It's on Amazon. It's free. That dude was amazing. That dude's everything you want on your football team. He was not cocky. He was very modest, very humble player, and that guy would go out there and do shit that I've never seen anyone else do. Riddle, you talked about one guy doing something. I've never seen anyone do what Barry Sanders did, ever.
Well, Barry would talk about it, but Walter Payton did it, and his daddy always told him that, pretty much, son, you're not the best running back. It's Walter. So whenever Barry Sanders get asked who's the best running back all time, he'll always say Walter Payton.
Yeah, because he was humble and modest. But I'm just telling you, Walter was fantastic. Easily top.
Well, I'm just saying he didn't showboat or anything like that. He handed the ball off.
That's why you wanted him on your team. That's why this dude would hand the ball to the ref. He wouldn't even throw the ball to the ref. He would walk it over to him. Like it talks about all this, and you're sitting there like, what? No way. Go back and see if you can find Barry Sanders celebrating a touchdown. Dude, he's a freak of nature, man. Bo Jackson was insane. Everyone forgets. Hey, so we're going to talk about all this shit.
Bo Jackson would have been a two-sport Hall of Famer had he not got hurt.
If Marcus Dupree stayed healthy, that was 30 for 30 on him.
Yeah, Marcus Dupree was a beast too. I watched that 30 for 30. I love that 30 for 30.
I wish if Candy and Nuts, you know, dude, I'm just telling you straight up, like if I could
George Rogers, I got his signed helmet.
If I could go back in time and like talk to Herschel Walker and just to go into the NFL and not go into fucking Tsunami League or wherever the hell he went, there's so many players that we missed out on. We didn't get to see. I'm still curious to see where, and I know we're getting off topic. Well, we've been off topic, but I'm curious to see where Calvin Johnson ranks in everyone's wide receiver rankings for what he did in his limited time. He was pretty impressive. I don't think he's Jerry Rice. Make no mistake about it. But
well, not many.
No, nobody.
Not many people. Like I didn't really get to watch too much of Jerry Rice. The best receivers I ever saw was Randy Moss and Calvin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
But see, like Randy Moss played a lot longer than maybe not a lot longer, but Johnson was. I've never seen a guy.
Calvin Johnson was different. He was just sucking.
I've never seen a guy like that. Like, I mean, he was double teamed every single game of his career.
They give you the name Megatron. Well, I mean, there's a reason for it. So,
dude, Terrell Owens is one that I'm really high on. If Terrell Owens he sullied his name though with all his stupid shit. Chris Carter did help make Randy though, but Randy did it everywhere he went.
Chris Carter didn't teach at speed either.
He didn't do it in Oakland.
Sterling Sharp was fantastic. Johnson was elite. Nobody could keep up with him. Yeah.
Andre Johnson, yeah, he was badass. Yeah.
I always say Sterling Sharp should be in a damn Hall of Fame, and Terrell Davis can. I don't give a shit. Because
Sterling Sharp?
Sterling Sharp. William Sullivan brought him up.
Yeah, 100%.
Sterling.
Yeah, 100%.
If Terrell Davis can be in the Hall of Fame, then so should Sterling. I don't care if Terrell Davis won a fucking Super Bowl, two Super Bowls.
Shouldn't he be though? Isn't he the only player to have like 2 seasons with 2000? Is he the only? Didn't he do it twice?
TD? No.
Yeah, I thought he did it twice. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, but he did have a 2,000-yard season. But hell, I mean, if you just go off stats, that's
okay.
You know, which I know he won the 2 Super Bowls, and
there's some rules on that.
He won MVP.
Because there's players that have never even won a Super Bowl. That doesn't mean, you know, like one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I understand is going to be Dan Marino. Talent wise, there's very few quarterbacks in history as good as Dan Marino, but he never. I mean, just couldn't win the big one. But
a lot of people say that a lot of quarterbacks say he's the best thrower of the ball I've ever seen.
Dan Marino was
the best overall pure quarterback.
Yeah,
a lot of NFL.
He was something different. I mean, he had the size. He was the quintessential, but he never won it.
He was throwing for 5,000 yards in like the fucking 80s, and
I know. I know that. I still like Elway, dude. I still think Elway was just
Elway is one of 3 players, one of only 3 players. Hines Ward is one more. I can't think of the other one. One of only 3 players to play in the NFL without an ACL. He had it removed because they couldn't repair it back then.
Elway?
He played without an ACL. So did Hines Ward. Hines Ward did not have an ACL.
Okay. I knew I loved Hines Ward.
Where'd he go college?
Georgia. I told you that. He built by Georgia. I told you. When you asked me who my favorite player was, my favorite Georgia player of all time was Hines Ward. That dude always had a smile on his face. Anyway, go ahead.
I just looked this up, talking about Calvin Johnson. I just wanted to go back and look.
Calvin Johnson was like a monster.
His junior year, which was his last year, he declared after his junior year.
Yep.
So his junior year, he finished 10th in the Heisman and was an All-American on a team that only threw for 2,375 yards for the year. He had 1,202 of those yards, so about over half. And then as a team, Georgia Tech threw for 25 touchdowns, and Calvin Johnson had 15 of those. He was a one-man wrecking crew at Georgia Tech.
I mean, does he still hold? Who holds the record for most? Is it Justin Jefferson now? Most receiving yards in a game season?
In a season, I think that's Calvin Johnson.
I
He
didn't
broke
know.
Randy Moss's. He broke.
I didn't know if he.
You
I thought
you
somebody
muted
broke
Tony,
it.
by the way.
Oh yeah, my bad. I was talking to Sawyer a second
I
ago.
believe it was Calvin Johnson. He passed Jerry Rice like his
Yeah, it's 1964. I didn't know.
Wait, you talking about yards?
yards.
yeah.
I believe it's Calvin Johnson.
It is.
I think Cooper owns that now, doesn't he?
No, it's
Cooper
right
Kupp.
now. It's Calvin Johnson,
it Calvin now?
1964. Cooper Kupp with 1947.
Okay, I knew it was close.
Okay, that's impressive. No matter what, that's impressive. Julio Jones with 1871.
What list are you looking at?
This is Pro Football Network, and I've got Jerry Rice fourth with 1848, and Antonio Brown with 1834. What are you looking at?
Like yards?
Yards.
Because on the Sports Reference, college football receiving yards, single season leader.
This is NFL. Outside
NFL.
NFL.
Okay.
My bad. Yeah, I was
I
just. saying,
thought we were still in college. I was like,
No,
Trevor
no.
Inslee had 2,060 yards in '99.
oh,
Like Devontae Smith in 2020 was 7th all time.
yeah, I know that. Yeah, and
I was like, what the fuck? This are we talking about?
Justin Jefferson in 23 had 1,800. He was pushing for it, but he didn't. No, I'm sorry. In 22, he pushed for it. Tyreek Hill had 1,799 and 23 for Miami. But yeah,
He might have broke it that year, but he missed a couple games.
Calvin still holds that record. It's got a plus beside his name too. I don't know what that means. There asterisk. Let's see what this is. God dang, dude.
Well, it shouldn't be because that was when it's 16-game season.
It might be why. It might be why.
His was 16-game season. I think Cooper did his, and might have been 17 games.
He played 16 games. He was targeted 204 times, caught 122 receptions, 1,964 yards, averaged 16 yards a catch, 122 yards a game. Holy crap,
Yeah.
dude.
Wish I had him on my fantasy team. Shit.
Don't we all?
He was just a whole nother monster.
Don't
He
build
was.
receivers like that no more.
No, it was crazy good.
God only gives you gifts like that every once in a while, brother. Asterisk stands for Hall of Fame, I think. Okay, cool. Okay. Hey. Yeah, no wide receiver has had it in the NFL has had a thank you though.
Nope.
Most receiving yards. Career. I want to say I know Jerry's like 20,000. It's like not even close.
Jerry's the highest.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was
I
over
know
20,
that.
I believe.
It's 22,000. Jerry's at 22,895.
Probably will never be broken because he played fucking forever. I know.
He played for 19 years.
I popped in Madden on the PS2. I think it was Madden 06. And he was still on the fucking game. I think he was with
And with the Raiders and the Seahawks his last couple of years.
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Was it the fuck? I forgot about him being on Seahawks.
He was trash, but
Yeah, he was. He couldn't run no more.
Hey, can I bring up another Genty stat?
He was like 42, 43.
Yeah, bring it up.
So the single season rushing leaders all time, Ashton Genty ranks 4th right now.
who are the top guys?
Kevin Smith is 3rd, 2,567. Melvin Gordon 2nd, 2,587, and then obviously Barry Sanders is 1st.
And Melvin Gordon didn't win a Heisman either.
Melvin Gordon played for Wisconsin.
Yep.
So there's no excuse for him. I mean, him putting up numbers like that, there's no excuse.
I mean, has the Wisconsin back ever won the Heisman? I mean, they've always had
Ron
the
Dane.
back.
Ron Dane did.
Ron Dane won it. Oh, okay.
No. The deal is if you set the all-time career rushing record in a season, you should probably win the Heisman. That's what I'm going to go out on a limb and say. That's my opinion, but let's see, 141 yards away, Genty, but more games. Barry did. Yeah, Barry was different. I don't care. Barry was different. So I'm going to run down this list. Jerry Rice is 5,000 yards more than anybody else. Played 19 years.
That?
Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald was 17,492. T.O. T.O. played
He's got it.
14 years in the league. He's third with 15,934. Randy Moss is fourth with 15,292. Both played 14 years in the league. Isaac Bruce is fifth. Isaac
He's
Bruce, damn, 15,208, just barely. This is an interesting one. Tony Gonzalez,
Wow.
sixth with
Tony G.
15,000. Tim Brown is seventh. Steve Smith Jr. does not get enough credit. Eighth
Wow, is that
overall.
high?
Yeah,
Mhm.
eighth overall. Marvin Harris, and he's not in the Hall of Fame either. So
Yeah, he's not Hall of Fame.
he may not be retired long enough yet. I don't know because he retired in
I think he
2016.
is.
Larry
think he
Fitzgerald's
is.
not.
Yeah.
Guys, it's not showing him in the Hall of Fame.
He's not.
No, he's not in the Hall of Fame, but I think he's
Yeah.
been retired long enough.
He's eligible, pretty sure.
And then Marvin Harrison is ninth. And then this is, dude, I just want to shout out fucking Reggie Wayne. It's right behind him. I'm talking about there's like 150 yards separating these two. And then guess who's right behind them? Another guy that went to the Colts. Fucking Andre Johnson.
No.
I mean, those guys, I'm just saying all those guys played for but
Imagine how good Andre Johnson would be if he actually had a decent quarterback. His best quarterback was Matt Schaub. Imagine how good this motherfucker would have been if he had a good quarterback.
Julio, Anquan Bolden finished 14th. Julio finished 16th. Torrey Holt only.
Torrey Holt was really
this is-
good.
He was a
Okay,
bad man too.
this right here is absolutely crazy. Okay, this is absolutely crazy because Torrey Holt played 10 years in the league. 10. And he is 17th. I mean, no one's even. Julio played 12.
That
But
dude
he-
that dude was crazy.
10 years in the
Torrey
league and
Holt.
has 13,382 yards.
When him and Isaac Bruce was on the fucking field, God, they were unstoppable.
They're like
Nobody.
1,300 yards apiece every year. Just
Riddle-
about when they
Riddle, you'll
do
appreciate
together.
this one. You'll appreciate this one. James Lofton played from 1978 to 1993. I mean, he spanned generations. I mean, obviously Jerry Rice did too. Hopkins is 21st overall. Oh, here's a Tennessee boy. Jason Witten, 13,000 yards and 17 years. Whereas Art Monk is 23rd with 12,721.
Jason Witten was a generational player too. He was fucking really good.
You
So
notice though,
Damn.
a lot of the receivers named off that are now like in the 10,000 plus yard range. That happened. A lot of them happened in our fucking lifetime.
Yeah.
So before that, if you take all them out,
Yeah.
Before that,
Like,
it's a running league.
Here's Derek
Yeah.
Mason. There's Hines Ward. Hines Ward's got 12,000 yards total. Devontae Adams, he's still active. Calvin Johnson is 36th overall. I mean,
He only played like 8-9
yeah,
years. though, didn't he?
yeah. I mean, he only played 9 years.
That's crazy.
You know what I just stumbled upon here looking at this Sports Reference college records?
What?
Dylan Gabriel is liable to break 2 all-time records in these playoffs.
Which passing yards? No way.
Yeah,
TDs.
career passing yards and career passing touchdowns.
Wow.
He needs 794 yards in the playoffs to pass Case Keenum for the all-time career passing yard record. And then the passing
won-
touchdowns.
He should have won the Heisman.
On passing touchdowns, he needs 3 to take the lead.
Dylan
Dylan
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you break something like that, which never mind, we have COVID year. Never mind, that don't count. I
Yeah, he got a
apologize.
5th year, but
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you break something like that, that's substantial. I mean, that.
yeah, he's probably going to break both of those. If Oregon plays 2 games, he'll
See,
probably
right
break
now,
both.
there should be an asterisk next to all these guys, people that had the COVID years and shit, because that's just not the same as like some of these players, like you said, fucking some of these players, like that dude down in Miami had 9 years. Now I know you have redshirts and shit, but I mean, that, it's like, God damn. Y'all think Hunter probably play wide receiver in the NFL? I think he'll want to. I think he'll want to,
yeah,
and he'll be in
but
packages.
he ain't
I do
going to.
agree. Riddle, I think you said packages. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll definitely have packages. He'll be a full time. I don't think any NFL team would let him
no. Absolutely not.
Oh my God. Let's see here. We're about to call
Maybe the
it.
Titans would because they need a receiver. And
that feels two boys. Feels two boys at once.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they might. Fuck it.
You get 2 draft picks with one, baby.
We don't have to trade back and get multiple picks and fuck it up.
Isaiah Horton. They're calling him to Miami, I think. Coming to Bama.
Isaiah Horton
Mm-hmm.
from Miami.
Yeah, I think so. That's what they're saying on 3. They're predicting him to Bama. Oh, well, we'll see.
I'm predicting Tony downloads Delta Force and plays. That's what I'm predicting.
Anyway, hey guys, we're gonna quit talking football now. We're gonna get off here. We're all yawning and shit. But hey, we appreciate everybody for being here. Like I said, we'll do a wrap up, but we're gonna be back Sunday to kind of talk about just kind of real quickly because it is the holidays. Touch on the playoffs and where everybody finished up the first round, and then we're gonna take a week off and be back next weekend. So, all right, guys, we'll see you all soon. Appreciate everybody that came back and stayed with us. See you guys.